Hi, my name is Cherise Green. I'm a registered nurse in the Medical Intensive Care Unit at Allegheny General Hospital. I'm very excited to be here today, but I'm a little outside of my comfort zone. I'm not political by nature, but the issues in this election are too important for me not to get involved. I'm not saying I'm anti-politics, but I think talk is cheap, and we all know that's what politicians do. You can gripe and complain about your problems, but if you don't have something to do to fix it, then I don't want to hear it. That's what I learned at our Member Political Organization Summit a few weeks ago, that this is where we fix it. Politicians don't know about nursing. They need us to explain it to them and tell them why these issues are important, not just for nurses, but for everyone. And this isn't just about union nurses. We all know nurses that aren't union nurses. But it's about all nurses. And these issues, they cut across political lines and units and facilities. It's all of us. Nurses everywhere need to know that they can stand up and make their voices heard. We're all passionate. We can vouch for that, right? I'm excited to be a nurse for Wolf because I remember when he ran for office before, and I remember that he kind of disappeared and stepped down, but I didn't know why. Later at the summit a few weeks ago, I learned that he stepped down so he could go back to his family business and save it from bankruptcy. And he did. He saved the company and all those workers and their jobs to the benefit of their family. And that to me was impressive because he walked the walk. And that speaks to his character as a person. And that's a man who knows his priorities. And Tom Wolf cares about our issues. And I don't know what that other guy cares about, but it's not us. Okay, so we know what issues are important to us as nurses. Now it's time to talk about what the candidates are saying or doing about those issues.
We think corporations should pay their fair share, but Tom Corbett keeps cutting taxes on big business and cutting the education budget to pay for it. He also refused to enact a fair severance tax on gas drillers in the Marcellus Shale.
Tom Wolf says he'll put a fair tax on the gas drillers. He'll close the Delaware loophole. Can you believe that Delaware loophole? Oh my gosh. I was like, what's a Delaware loophole? When I found out, you kidding me? Anyway, he'll close the Delaware loophole for corporations and he'll reinvest in our public schools.
We also want good jobs, but Tom Corbett doesn't want to raise the minimum wage and keeps trying to break our unions. But Tom Wolf supports the unions like ours and wants to raise the minimum to keep it indexed to inflation.
We want everyone to have access to health care, but Tom Corbett has eliminated adult basic, closed half of our state health centers, and came up with a plan to make deep cuts in Medicaid services.
Tom Wolf supports real Medicaid expansion and won't cut services to the existing Medicaid customers.
We care about education, but Tom Corbett has cut more than $1 billion from our schools.
Tom Wolf will fight to get that money back into our schools and make sure they're funded fairly and that the students can afford to go to college.
We want real, safe staffing ratios. You guys are all quiet, but we all want the staffing. And in 3 years, Corbett hasn't lifted a finger to fix the problem.
Tom Wolf will work to pass legislation that will set safe nurses to patient ratios that all of our facilities will have to follow because it will be the law.
So now we know who's on our side. The question is, how do we put him in office?
Please welcome Silas Russo, our legislative director, to tell us how we can do it.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris and Cherise. Now, before